Hi dear, as going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will talk about what is centralized finance. In the world of cryptocurrency, centralized finance refers to exchanges, wallets, and other financial services that are centrally located and controlled. With centralized finance, for example, you can borrow money, buy and sell cryptocurrencies, spend crypto in any business and earn cashback with a debit card. What makes CEFI unique is its centralized nature. This means that all transactions are processed and controlled by a single entity, which can often lead to faster transaction times and lower fees. Sounds just like a regular bank, right? Offers users an alternative to traditional banking products and services. Services centralized finance allow users to store, send, and receive money without the need for a central bank or financial institution. Centralized finance services are still built on the blockchain, a distributed ledger system that offers secure, transparent, and immutable transaction data. Unlike traditional banking services, CEFI services are available to anyone with an internet connection and a digital device. The rise of centralized finance in the cryptocurrency space has been driven by the need for reliable, user-friendly financial services. Cryptocurrency markets are notoriously volatile, and early DeFi services were often plagued by hacks, scams, and bugs. CEFI allows you to earn high returns through cryptocurrency-based accounts that are functionally similar to traditional bank savings accounts, but can offer significantly higher interest rates. The main advantage of centralized finance is simplicity. For example, you don't have to worry about managing the private keys of a wallet. You can access the service via smartphone, using extremely intuitive mobile apps. You usually have excellent assistance, both direct and via Telegram or Reddit groups. Among the best-known CEFI platforms are Crypto.com, Nexo, Coinbase, Binance, Bybit, BitGet and many others. When we use this term when speaking of cryptocurrencies, we are usually referring to financial institutions that operate in the world of digital assets and allow credit and debit through them. These platforms are called lending and borrowing. In them, our position will vary between creditor and debtor precisely according to what will be the motivation for which we use them. The company pays anyone who wants to deposit an annual interest on its platform based on the type of asset. This liquidity is then allocated to anyone who wants to get a loan. Clearly, the platform's profit will depend on the difference between what the debtor is asked for and what is given to the creditor. Let us remember that these realities use a collateral debt system. This means that in order to obtain a loan and become a borrower, it will be important to deposit credit before being able to proceed with the debt. This is because often the collateral, or the equivalent value that guarantees our debt, is given precisely by the cryptocurrencies that we are going to deposit within the platform. In a nutshell, our cryptocurrencies become the guarantee that allows us to obtain the requested loan. An important note to avoid confusion given the similarity of the acronyms. Centralized finance is the exact opposite of decentralized finance, DeFi. There are various ways of how to use the CEFI, here are some. 1. Danny can deposit 1 BTC worth $30,000 on one of these CEFI platforms, earning 4% annual interest. By the end of next year, if the price of Bitcoin remains unchanged, Danny will have earned $30,000 per 100. 4 equals $1,200. In this first example, Danny uses the CEFI platform as a creditor, i.e. the one who injects liquidity into the platform and obtains a passive income, an annual interest, in exchange. 2. Danny can use his Bitcoin as collateral to request a loan from the platform. This procedure is used by investors to continue to hold their Bitcoins, and in the meantime to have spendable liquidity such as stablecoins or fiat currency. Danny could use the platform loan to take out a loan equal to 1.5 of the face value of what he deposited. Danny will therefore be a debtor to the platform and, in order to redeem the Bitcoin that he used as collateral, he will have to compensate the same for the debt issued, plus the interest that the platform will ask for offering the service. Therefore, Danny will have continued to hold his Bitcoin, without however giving up the liquidity necessary for his economic or operational needs. The reason these platforms offer a fairly high credit-debit ratio is that the value of the collateral underlying the loan may vary. In fact, if the price of Bitcoin during the period had dropped from $30,000 to $17,666, the platform would have automatically sold the BTC, liquidating Danny's debt, so as to regain possession of the equivalent value of the debt. All CEFI platforms implement KYC, an acronym for Know Your Customer. During account registration, it is therefore necessary to expose your documents, so as to be able to confirm the identity we are declaring. It will therefore be important to have an identity card or driving license during the account creation phases. If you use reliable platforms, there will be nothing to fear. On the contrary, privacy issues could arise. Crypto.com, Bybit and Binance are excellent choices to sleep peacefully. As de facto centralized firms and custodial solutions, CEFIs are subject to counterparty risk. This risk corresponds to the possible bankruptcy or insolvency of the company that owns the platform, in which case the user remains an unsecured creditor, i.e. ends up in the list of creditors without any guarantee of seeing his capital back. Even a bank or a state can and have already failed, since they too are considered businesses or companies. All of this involves a trust component. It is better to use only platforms that offer a high level of transparency, such as proof of reserve, aware in any case of the fact that zero risk never exists, also thanks to the poor regulation of the sector. As de facto centralized firms and custodial solutions, CEFIs are subject to counterparty risk. This risk corresponds to the possible bankruptcy and/or insolvency of the company that owns the platform, in which case the user remains an unsecured creditor, i.e. ends up in the list of creditors without any guarantee of seeing his capital back. That's it for today. Take care, and see you later.